Welcome back. 3 years after the historic decision of abrogating Article 370 and 35A in Jammu and Kashmir, the central government is now considering a phased withdrawal of the army from the valley. According to reports, the Modi government is considering withdrawing the army from the interiors of Kashmir in a phased manner and replacing it with the Central Police Reserve Police Force. The plan has been in the making for about 2 years, we learn, and Union Ministries of Defence and Home Affairs, along with the military and Jammu and Kashmir police, have been part of the deliberations. The call is not final yet though, and it's still in the deliberative phase. Remember, 1.3 lakh army personnel are present in Jammu and Kashmir. About 40 to 45,000 personnel are from the Rashtriya Rifles, who have the mantle of conducting counter-terror operations in Kashmir hinterland, and it is this force which is going to be primarily removed from Kashmir. So why is this phased demilitarization of Kashmir significant? Number one, the withdrawal is not just a sign of normalcy in Kashmir Valley, but it's also a way to make the normalcy more visible, as the government believes the security situation has improved since the Article 370 was abrogated. This also ratifies the message that violence in the valley has steadily reduced. Home Ministry says that terror incidents have come down by 50% since August 2019. Number of troops and civilians killed has also reduced. Number three, stone pelting has almost vanished and the law and order situation is largely under control. This is also an assurance that Jammu and Kashmir's police force is capable of working in difficult circumstances. And finally, Jammu and Kashmir-based leaders have long demanded the withdrawal of military from the region. This would blunt their attacks and possibly bring them more on board with the changes since revoking the special status. The numbers are also backing the central government. The cases of infiltration have come down significantly after 2019, coming down from, for example, 143 in 2018 to 12 in the year 2022. Terror incidents have also decreased by 168% since the historic move. A total of 193 terrorists were killed and 111 counter-terror operations were carried out in Jammu and Kashmir in 2022. Just last week, PDP chief Mehbooba Mufti had taunted central government, saying that if there is stability in Jammu and Kashmir, then why don't you reduce the army in the valley? Listen in.
आपके पास इतनी सारी जमीन है, अभी देखिए, अगर हम तो सिक्योरिटी फोर्सेस के खिलाफ नहीं हैं, मगर लाखों कनाल जमीन हमारी सिक्योरिटी फोर्सेस के पास है. जब ये खुद कहते हैं बीजेपी वाले हालात ठीक हो गए हैं, तो हो सकता है सिक्योरिटी फोर्सेस की तादाद को कम करके वो जमीन वहां से लेके वहां स्कूल बनाए, वहां अस्पताल बनाए, तो गरीबों को क्यों सताते हैं? ये मुझे लगता है कि ये जम्मू कश्मीर के लोगों को सताने वाली बात है, उनको तंग करने वाली बात है.
My colleague Ankush Sharma, who first wrote on this on news18.com, is joining us. Ankush, just give me a sense of how long this plan has been deliberated upon, and why does the government believe that the time is right?
As you said, that it's a very important decision which government is planning to take, and it will take approximately 2030 has been given as a deadline by Rashtriya Rifles to completely implement the full plan of drawdown of Rashtriya Rifles from Jammu and Kashmir. But most important is the final, this will be a phase-wise manner, and it has been decided that the complete drawdown will be taking place in phase-wise manner. First, initially, CRPF or other forces will be getting area-wise domination, like in various areas have been decided where other forces apart from Rashtriya Rifles will be handing over operations and other aspects of that particular area, and after that Rashtriya Rifles will be removing from that place to other place. And I must tell viewers that this is the most decorated force, anti-insurgency force, which raised in 1990 just to tackle terrorism. And now government has decided, since normalcy is there, government is claiming that number of terror incidents have reduced and number of civilians casualties, number of Jawans killed in terror attacks have been reduced drastically after abrogation of Article 370. Finally, government is thinking on these lines that very soon we'll be reducing the number of troops, which is, with Rashtriya Rifles is basically a deputation force of Indian Army raised this force to counter insurgency. And finally, they have decided that if normalcy is there and if government is also considering to conduct election, it is also important to reduce number of military from that area. Now, the CRPF will be getting a big role this time, and CRPF will be getting a major area. Mainly, this is what we have been told by our sources, that CRPF will be operating in majorly in Kashmir and Srinagar, and the Jammu area will be giving to some other forces, and the local police, which is now struggling to manage things with other forces like NIA, IB, Army, CRPF, other paramilitary forces, will be getting a front seat, and Rashtriya Rifles, which will be, as per our sources, will be deployed at more sensitive locations, which requires the army there, which is probably the LAC, which has not been decided yet, but surely the Rashtriya Rifles will be shifting from Jammu and Kashmir to other parts of the country.
All right. Remember, this is also one of the big things that India can then take to the global, sections, because militarization of Kashmir has long come under focus as far as international communities are concerned, and it will be a step in proving that there is normalcy coming back in Kashmir. I have to end on